began from the south. We went to the north, the northeast, I believe, and then we're now returning to the south. Let's turn to Delta State in Asaba, where Ikenna Amaechi is standing by. Ikenna, it seems that sorting has already begun where you are, right?
Very well, sir. Sorting has
Go ahead. What's the update where you are?
In Delta State here. We are in Asaba, the Delta State capital, and of course, sorting, as you rightly said, has begun after voting process have been completed by exactly 2:30 p.m. this afternoon. The voting started quite early. Our electoral officials arrive on time to ensure that they are here before the time of the start of the voting process, which is 8:30. And as early as 8:30, electors started arriving the polling units and exercising their franchise and casting their vote for their preferred candidate of the 17 governorship candidate. And of course, we have 29 seats for the House of Assembly polls. And as at 2:30, we heard that voting has completed, because as we observe in Delta North here that I am, Delta North Senatorial District, there is voter apathy, in the sense that not a lot of people that showed up in the February 25th presidential poll came out to exercise their franchise this time around. And in so many polling stations, the INEC official had to wait for people to come to cast their votes. Even as at 7:30, when we got to some polling units, the INEC official have set up their system and ready to start the exercise. But we can hardly see any voter or electorate at any of those polling units. But they arrived at around 8 and 8:30, and of course we know that. And then they start casting their vote. But so far, so good. Hello. So far, so good. We have seen a really voter apathy in Nifemi, and it's really not too good. I wonder what the results will be churning out in this governorship and House of Assembly polls. Will be far short from what we observe in the presidential, even though the presidential is still a far cry from what we used to observe in the previous election, whereby we have a very low turnout of a very low turnout of vote cast, as of 600,000, as against 2.8 million voters that have collected their PVC in Delta, and of course 3.2 million registered voters in Delta State. So it's quite an abysmal number in the presidential poll, not to talk of this one that we have seen from our observations so far, that there have been voter apathy in many polling units in Asaba. And then the election so far has been free from security incidents, but we observe in Irene where someone ran away with the beavers, damaged the beavers machine, and we, in some places in Delta Central as well, we found out that there was a place that two people, particular political party agents, two of them were shot by security operative over yet to be a confirmed incident in that area. But apart from that, generally it has been very peaceful, and people have been conducting themselves very well. And from the electoral body, we have not seen any hitches so far from the beavers, from uploading and all that. Now they are collating. Let's see if they will actually upload the results via the beavers machine. But so far so good. We have been having a very hitch-free exercise right here, and as collation is going on right here at West End Primary Secondary School in Asaba, the Delta State capital. Nifemi.
Interesting development, Ikenna. 3 weeks ago, voters were waiting on INEC officials. 3 weeks after, INEC officials are waiting for voters. Tables really do turn. But you talked about someone running away with beavers. Can you confirm what happened thereafter? That INEC replaced that device? What happened to voting in that particular polling unit?
For now, Nifemi, I cannot actually confirm. It's actually happened in Erueni, in Ugele, North local government area, and that is in Delta Central part of the state. And we have not really confirmed whether INEC has replaced the beavers, but according to their regulation, if such incidents should take place, they should be able to replace the beavers so that voting will continue. Let's hope that that's what they did there to ensure that people are not disenfranchised with the fact that this particular election is witnessing low turnout of voter. And of course, I asked some people about why the low turnout of electorate, and someone said, and I strikingly observed, that a lot of young people are actually absent in this election, because we saw in that presidential election that we have a lot of young people between the age of 18 to 30 coming out en masse to cast their votes. But we find out conspicuously absent in this election is those range of age group that are missing. Majorly, we have people from the elderly people and the middle-aged people, and not those young age brackets coming to cast their vote. And of course, so many people said that because of what the electoral body did in the presidential election is what is actually causing the voter apathy, and people are actually disappointed that whether they will come and vote in this election. And some people attributed it to the fact that the election was shifted from last week to this week. And even in some places, we find out that it actually affected the sales of people that are actually making bricks business in this part of in the election, because some people come out not just to vote, but vote and sell their goods, and for them it's actually affected their turnout, their return, because of they didn't sell as much as they did in the presidential election on the 25th of February. Nifemi.
Ikenna Amaechi live for us in Asaba, Delta North Senatorial District. Thank you, Ikenna. We'll be back with you for more updates when you have them.